Nerf this!
Hello everyone. You are probably wondering what the fuck is this voice? Well, I thought I would try something different. This video is about how to get good at Winston. He is perhaps one of the best counters to some of the most damaging heroes. Winston uses his abilities to counter high-skill opponents. That's not to say Winston is not a character with a high skill cap. Much like an autistic Symmetra, the mark of a good Winston is knowing where to be, who to fight, and when to cut your losses, and get the fuck out of a scuffle. Winston's weapon is an oversized taser. This piece of shit does less damage per second than Genai's pathetic shotguns. However, if you manage to chain the lightning to everyone on the opposing team, the combined damage is equal to 3 Fares landing a direct rocket hit to the balls every second. It is important to know who to murder first. When playing as this living meme, Winston's advantage is his massive health pool and his ability to drain his enemies to literally 1 health before they are able to do the same. In this sense, aim to go after squishy enemies that cannot simply either kill you or escape in the time it takes you to annoy them to death with your mild irritation stick. On the other hand, attacking any tanks or heroes with armor is just signing yourself up to get fucked. In the time it takes to kill a tank with Winston, Jeff Kaplan could add 4 new heroes, 3 new maps, and nerf 4,679 heroes. A scuffle between 2 Winstons at its most violent is just an aggressive tickle fight. In fact, it is common to see 2 opposing Winstons ignore each other entirely in a sort of strange respect or gentleman agreement. On the other hand, going up against heroes like Reaper, Roadhog, or Bastion is borderline throwing the match. Bastion especially will fuck your shit up faster than Genji could ask for healing. Therefore, if they have a walking minion, do not play this giant bullet sponge. To defeat a Winston, you need to know the behavior of a Winston. A Winston's job is to shatter any preconceived plans. An enemy Winston will want to jump on top of one of your important squishy teammates. You are then fucked unless you have a Bastion. It may sound obvious, but protecting your healers is a #1 priority. It could also be noted that Winston can be quite clumsy, as many of you may have noticed. Much of the time they seem to simply kill themselves without any damage from enemy players. A Winston pairs incredibly well with Ana. This is especially true at lower ranks. Firstly, Winston's size means that even the least skilled players with similar aim to a ferret on meth are able to consistently hit Winston's massive hitbox. On the other hand, nano-boosting Winston is always a solid strategy. Even the most retarded players are able to do a massive amount of damage considering their enormous health pool and weapon that cannot miss. Winston's ultimate ability is just a convince for the other team. It allows you to instantly heal yourself to full as well as doubling your health pool. It also seems that this is the only ability that can counter a biotic grenade. The best way to use this ability is to stall an objective, knock enemies off the map, or just use it to annoy any poor scrub who happens to get trapped in a corner. This is perhaps the weakest ultimate ability in the game, and only the most experienced Winston players will be able to use it to its full extent. For most Winston players, using this ultimate is more than worth the ultimate charge if you are able to stall the objective for an extra 10 seconds or kill at least 1 enemy player. More advanced players, however, will be able to herd a group of enemy players into favorable positions in a fight, such as off of an objective point or simply to a place that makes it impossible for them to help their team at all. One last use for Winston's ultimate is to cover a large distance in small time. Much like a Genji dash, Winston will reset his cooldown on his jump pack upon activating his ultimate ability, allowing him to move faster than any other hero in Overwatch. Winston is also a master at the get-out-of-the-way move. Nearly every problem in Overwatch can be fixed by jumping the fuck away, so don't be afraid to do this when shit looks uglier than Roadhog's potential wife. It is also worth mentioning that Winston can use his bubble shield to make a D.Va's bomb useless with a single button press. This concludes today's guide on how to get good at Winston. Using what you have learned, you will now be able to take out the enemy's skilled DOS players by simply shooting your taser stick at them for 10 minutes. Thank you, goodbye.